Welcome back to Of Dice and Friends, your weekly serving of magic, mayhem, and misadventure. I'm Joey, your host and dungeon master, and we just recorded our short rest for part 3. So it should be live by the time you're listening to this. I'd like to thank all of our patrons who asked us questions for it. It was a blast. So if you want to ask us questions for the next one, maybe consider joining us on Patreon. Or not. I'm not your dad.
Wow. Huh. So you're not their dad. That's why you don't like dad jokes.
Yeah, that's
you're not
right.
their dad.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey guys, back again. Nolan here playing Mo the Monk still. Joey's tried to kill me twice and it hasn't worked twice.
In real life.
Third time's the charm. So last week, Rachel actually kind of blindsided me. She asked us a question. I don't know if you guys remember. It was about what would our characters go to jail for?
Oh.
And I was on the spot and I didn't have an answer. And
Your
I was like,
answer
no.
was perfect.
Well, the thing is, that was on the spot, but I thought I was marinating in it.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized, I figured it out. So Mo would go to jail because he would try to stay up as long as humanly possible, like a full week.
Yeah.
That's not illegal.
It's absolutely illegal. It's resisting arrest.
Hey, I'm gonna go upstairs for a while.
Your answer of you get in trouble because of something you got wrapped into was so good, and now you tarnish it with a terrible joke.
Hi, I'm Greg, and I play JR, and we just recorded our short rest, and in it we were talking about, what do you plan originally for your character and what do you plan after, and I couldn't think on the spot, so I got some more things that I just came up with on the spot. One at the very beginning was I didn't originally plan to not be using my magic for a couple episodes in, because you can even see in the first episode I summoned my sword.
Oh.
I came up with it right after the first episode.
There was an early episode where there's a bar fight and you're cowering for all of that. Was that ad-lib? Because I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
I
came up with that too. I think that's when I came up with everything. And then the gold idea, I came out with that later because of the feature that came with the class. I was like, ooh.
I thought that was so smart. I really even to this day, I'm like, gosh, that's brilliant. Not just a spoiled rich boy who loves his daddy's credit cards, but also you kind of have dragon sickness. Love it.
Yep. Just like smog.
Smog.
The desolation of smog. Anyway.
Hey guys, I'm Rachel. I play Tana the Tiefling. Last night we went and saw the D&D movie. So Aaron, after you and Sarek introduce yourselves, I would love to talk about what you guys thought of it.
Okay.
No spoilers, of course.
No spoilers.
You got it. Hey, this is Aaron. I play Finian the Elf, and I got Finian got some cool new armor in the last episode, but it's like Black Dragon scale. So, Joey was kind enough to put a little list of its positive attributes together. I kind of wonder if maybe it does some other things that maybe aren't known to anybody yet, that aren't quite so savory.
You maybe know me a bit too well. We'll see.
It just occurred to me. I was thinking about that.
Is JR still sore about that?
Yeah, I still have the antler in my home. It's going to be this whole episode. I'm just going to walk around with it.
How do you like it that I dress like an elf?
Hey, it's Sarek. I play Heen the Scion. Something that comes up at the table every time that probably hasn't made it into recording. I am always disappointed that there are no tabaxis in this world. I just felt this this pull to play a tabaxi for this, but I know Joey pulled it out because between Nolan and I, we drive him insane with all the cat puns. I'm pretty certain Meowdy will not ever be coming out in a Joey campaign.
Yeah, thank God.
On that note, I had an idea for a bounty hunter tabaxi, and Joey told me no because I sent a meme that said Meowdy. I was going to play a serious good character.
We were all going to be tabaxis.
That was a legitimate character he sent me for a previous campaign. He's like, here it is. And I told him no. It's the only time I've ever said no to a character.
Because he thought I was going to be serious.
I thought it was a silly character.
I wonder if we'd been allowed to play Tabaxi, if all 5 of us would have just showed up to the first day of the campaign as Tabaxi
with cats,
just a bit of cattery in the
it would have been a catastrophe.
Well, I was a cat.
Joey, that vein is popping out of your forehead right now. You okay?
You guys are taking years off of my life.
In that first episode, I was a cat.
You were.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Tabaxi, there were. Well, is that a spoiler?
No, I don't think
Okay,
that's a spoiler.
Joey is. I have never met somebody as sensitive as Joey
I hate spoilers.
about spoilers.
I hate them.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I fucking love
Me
spoilers.
too. I like them too.
Because, like, I don't know, it helps me appreciate the journey more.
Yeah.
But then it's like, God, I want to tell Joey stuff, but he hasn't seen it yet.
No, I like the surprise. I like experiencing what the writer intended.
All right. Well, since we all went and saw this, what did you guys think of the movie overall? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
thought it was fun. I would not call it a masterpiece, but it was a D&D movie, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think one thing I was a little bit disappointed with was I was hoping that there would be more actual like D&D table play. So like you know in the Jumanji movie where we see like the 4 high school kids and then we see like who they're playing in the video. That's kind of what I was hoping for. I wanted to see like a McLovin character played by Chris Pine. You know what I mean? And I just thought it would have been fun to tie
Right.
that back in. So I was a little bummed out that there wasn't more table play.
McLovin being the hapless boy in Superbad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that would have really worked out well because
Yeah.
any of those like weird derpy moments that showed up in the movie, like that happens in D&D.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that would have been great.
Yeah, so that's my one disappointment. Otherwise, I thought it was really, really funny. There was a certain chubby reptile that I loved. I
Oh,
loved.
the best part.
I laughed really loud at that. I assume you like that
Oh,
too,
I
Greg.
love that part.
Yeah.
All right, I have a very small spoiler. I give it a 0 out of 10 because there was no monks.
That was
So-
surprising.
Well, I honestly, because Greg and I were talking about it, and I think they went with like the basic OG classes, and monk wasn't one. So that's probably why they didn't have it there.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like it. What I'm most excited for about it is it can potentially be a door to people who haven't played D&D. They see it and maybe want to get involved,
Yeah.
which is sweet. And then the only like legitimate complaint I have, and it's not their fault, but like some animal people characters just cannot translate on screen. And it's
Yeah.
not their fault. I don't think any movie can do it.
I have a weird comment about that. They were bad. They didn't look good, but I found it endearing for some reason. The like sort of puppety animatronic look. It to me, I just
It's like
kind of
homebrew.
liked it.
It
Yeah.
kind of reminded me of an 80s movie, like
Yeah.
the old
That's fair.
those old fantasy movies and like the
Never ending
70s.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that I think
it
you're right.
felt almost intentional to me.
That's cool. If that was
Maybe
the
so,
plan.
like they didn't just run out of budget. They were like, because it was like the one animal and then the other one that had eaten the young one,
Yeah.
right? And it was all just looked like giant animatronics, and it was like weird. With
liked
all the
it.
other CG that they did in the
Yeah.
film, it's almost like they ran out of money. But
Like I
Maybe
said,
not.
to me it looked intentional. Maybe I'm crazy, but I
you
actually unrelated.
Yeah. 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 What did you think, Sarah? 'Cause you
Man, I can't remember the paladin's name, but I'm not going to talk about him too much. But
I loved
was-
him.
So I was actually relatively bored for like the first half, and I'm like, "Come on, let's go." And then the paladin showed up,
Yeah.
and I have never seen. I don't want to say anything because he's just he is just himself, and that was the
perfect.
moment I kind of latched onto the movie. And went, okay, yeah, this is becoming fun now.
I thought he was a great example of how a low charisma character can actually be so endearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Joey and I have talked about this before with from Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax.
Yes.
Super low charisma,
But you love Drax.
steals every scene.
but he's got very high confidence and confidence in purpose.
Yeah, and that
that
was the
works.
paladin.
Yeah,
He
yep.
was a great character.
He's my favorite part of the movie.
I think mine too.
There
And I
was a-
hate paladins.
There was a joke about him walking in a straight line that killed me.
that was funny.
Everyone who's seen that, I have had those thoughts at times when you're like, everyone's watching you and you're walking away and you're like, shit, there is this obstacle. Yeah, I've had that legitimately happen to me.
Their interaction reminded me of kind of like Edgar and JR's.
I thought I was
Yep.
thinking about
Yeah.
Edgar Jarrett a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Wow.
What was
yeah.
the bard's name?
He'll forever be Chris
His
Pine.
name was Ed,
yeah.
but it was like Edgard or something. It was
Yeah,
something like
him
that.
when he was like saying stuff about the paladin, I was like, oh, that's just JR.
Yeah.
Edgar.
I had the same thought.
Edgin. I think his name was
Edgin.
Edgin.
That's right. Good.
Oh, wow. So even
Yeah,
better.
I liked the movie a lot. Super fast paced. I don't think they really focused a lot on like character, like going deep into character development.
Yeah.
But it moved along. Like I think they went from here, just instantly.
Yeah, they
It was
fit a
fun.
whole campaign into 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If
It
you-
Hard to
felt
do.
like that.
Yeah.
If
Hard
you're
to
like
do.
if you're a fan of D&D, you'll catch all the references, and I think that really is what did it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like everyone liked it. I mean, I thought it was great, and I'm like Nolan said, I'm really excited for like the new fans we'll get because
It was heads and tails better than the previous live action deity movies.
yeah.
No contest.
Yeah.
Well, next time maybe they'll put a little bit of table play in it, and it will be fabulous.
And like 4 monks.
And that
An
and
entire
more
party
chubby
of monks.
reptiles of certain
Why not
variety.
5?
Yeah, you're right. Let's just get a whole monastery, like a whole moving monastery.
No.
Yeah. A movie monastery. Oh, boy.
I think they're more of a moving company. They just come in and clean out your house for you.
Are you guys ready for our campaign? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is okay.
What are we doing?
I was just gonna say, raise your glasses, please. But we can-
So many blank stares.
I did it on purpose. I was like, I'm not going to be the first one to say anything.
that was amazing. Okay, guys, here's to your liver. May it live as long as you last. Cheers.
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 Chapter 34 Grain of Salt. The past 24 days are a bit of a blur. Aboard Captain Ravi's ship, you sailed a great distance from the swamps of Miarum to Yabu's Rise. In that time, the dwarf paladin Egret spent most of her days helping out however she could around the ship, and her remaining time bonding with you guys. Gonk contemplated the many mysteries of the world, such as if it were divine providence that he found you in the swamps, and if it's possible to breathe in and out at the same time. Then, of course, he realized he's a ghost and he can do neither. Ravi spent much of her time in her own quiet contemplations, while the Triton Emperor Kavis regained only a shred of his memories, mostly those involving his 3 children. He still doesn't know what happened to him, though he's confident that his condition was the price he paid for ending the Belior Rebellion. But finally, you've arrived at your destination, the City of Wonders, Yabu's Rise. Towering above the port is a bronze statue of an Asimar with a broken wing, reaching towards the heavens, where blimps drift about, carrying passengers. Steam rises from numerous bizarre machines, but dissipates before reaching even the roofs of the city's impossibly tall architecture. The sky is overcast, and strong winds blow in from the northern sea, carrying with them the scent of salt. Ravi steps up to the railing beside JR. How long has it been since you've been here?
Well, it's felt like a long time, but I think it's only been a year and a half for me. But, well, I had something happen. Felt like maybe longer than that.
You had something happen?
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, welcome back. I can't imagine much has changed.
Well, I like to think a lot has changed, and I'll kind of flex a little bit in front of Robbie.
Have you started having bouts of constipation again? I can get Finian and maybe we can give you something.
Hey, now's not the time.
Perhaps a greater restoration would get you working properly again.
Yeah, we
All
can talk
right.
about that later.
Take the pants off, bend over.
I have some business here in the city. We have a few days until the meeting. I'm sure fate will guide us together before then.
Oh, I hope so.
Where is the meeting? I mean, it just said Yabu's Rise. This is a whole city.
Well, I mean, if we are the 7, I'm pretty sure they'll find us.
Gonk has already drifted halfway towards the city to explore its wonders by the time Egret gets your attention. Well, I suppose this is goodbye. You are all lovely, but I really got to go find my own party.
Wait. Before you leave, you guys are going to be at the meeting, right? or do you know where it is, or what?
Once I find Valora, our leader, I'm sure she will tell me, and if I find you, I'll tell you as well.
Okay, that makes sense. This city doesn't look too big. I'm sure we can find each other. It'll be easy.
This place is very bizarre. It is certain. It feels very different from other places, even other cities you've been to.
Is it sort of steampunkish? Because
Yes.
that's how I'm
Yes.
visualizing it.
I
That's
assume
cool.
like my clothes look more normal here
Yeah.
than before.
So as I assume you guys leave the boat and you're walking somewhere. You're entering the city. Yeah.
I need to get some more potions and things of the like. Would it be okay if we went and grabbed some supplies?
Are you asking me or the party?
Well, I'm sort of asking our resident dragon who's been hoarding all of our gold.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll take off my hat, shake it, and a bag of gold drops. Here you go. Here's your.
Hey, I'm gonna need more than 2 gold.
I'll shake my sleeve, and another bag slides out. I'll toss you. I think that's your portion. 800 gold.
Yes, that's my portion. I'll just walk away rolling my eyes.
I'll pull out a bag out of my boot and toss it to Finian. And other various places, toss 2 more bags to Mo and Hing.
Were you worried of losing a limb and thus hedging your bets against losing all your gold as well?
Well, you don't want all your gold in one spot. You gotta spread it out.
I'm gonna just look at him, stare flatly at him for a solid couple seconds. All right, then. I guess it's time to go shopping.
And
Now,
I will give you guys all 800 gold, which was that 4,000 split up.
oh, you actually did give me my right amount?
he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so unlike
Unless you want me to hold on to it.
I'm gonna turn around before I go and turn back to JR. Hey, is there anything that I should look for here? Does the city specialize in anything that might be of use?
Oh, they have tons of stuff. You see, this place kind of combines magic and technology, and they can bring even like Mo could do something on your level. He could buy an object. That's how technology advanced they are. So you could find anything. You could probably find like a stick that shoots fireballs.
Do you want to go shopping with me?
I'll look at my gold.
I won't take any more of your gold.
Yeah, I'll go shopping with you.
Okay.
Would not a stick combust upon the first cast?
Oh, they're really interesting. They fill it up with some kind of rocks, and then this like wick of fire goes down, and then they shoot fireballs.
A wand, you mean?
No. It's like a tube.
Tube?
Yeah.
I've just been over here face palming because the party just gave Mo 800 gold and then split up.
You've never walked on streets like this before. It's perfectly flat. Each brick expertly cut and fitted together with absolute precision. And much like JR, like he said earlier, many of the people who walk these streets wear tailored suits and top hats. Though, unlike JR, many are outfitted with some sort of odd gadget of warring gears. Even though everything seems peaceful, you of course see guards, though they carry long cylindrical pieces of metal like he described. They look like handheld artillery. And you make your way to the market.
Before we split, we did get a lot of magic items, and I haven't had a chance to sell it. Perhaps we go to the store and sell it there.
Sure.
Yeah. And
That's a great idea. So you go and you sell just this bag of magic items that you pilfered
I'm
from
not going to
Valier.
just dump it out because there still is soul render in there.
Ooh.
So I'm going to pull out all the ones that I scooped out in
we
the
could get a good amount of money for soul render.
You are so evil.
I'll just pull it all out one at a time, keep putting it in on top of the pile, and hopefully this guy just is completely flabbergasted as I just continue to produce magic item after magic item.
There were a lot of magic items here. Valier, you're not sure why, but he was hoarding these. And for the dozen or so that you sell, you guys managed to get 10,000 gold for them.
Whoa.
All right. There we go. Now we got a little bit of change.
I'm just keeping that all for temp HP.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, will you explain to our listeners what you're saying? Because they might not know.
Yeah, so for every 100 gold, I get 1 HP.
That's
Got it.
amazing.
That's so much. Holy cow.
What an awesome incentive for a dragon warlock to hoard gold.
Yeah, it's perfect. When we go shopping, can we get something that can bolster my HP?
Sure.
Okay.
How much gold you got?
I have 2,000 that I didn't spend before, and then 800 from JR, and then 2,000 from. So what? 40? How much is that? 4,800.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
Wow.
Cool. I'm gonna go bolster some HP.
Okay, are you guys
I also have 4 of these.
splitting up as you're just going shopping, exploring the market?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Mo just to keep an eye on him.
Oh, it's too
'cause
late. He gave me the 800 gold. I left before you guys
You have
sold.
plenty of
the
100 gold.
no.
now.
I left before you guys sold.
I go to hand Mo the 2,000 gold, and he's just gone.
Oh no!
I'll look around the group.
I'll hold on to
Hold
that
on to
for.
that for
I'll hand it over. Need 20 more temp HP right there.
Okay.
What's everyone buying?
I got a lesser amulet of health, bringing my 40 HP up to a hearty 50 HP. I'm super excited.
I mean, it's a huge.
I'm
it's a-
super
That's
excited.
really good for a 4th level character.
I'm 10.
wow.
Anyway, and
And
then
what
I
is that, 1/20th of your health?
Something.
and then I got some greater healing potions.
Hey, don't laugh. Those are what's going to keep us alive.
Yeah.
Since, JR hasn't been here for a while, he's always wanted a pair of pistols. So I'm buying 2 pistols and some ammo and some greater healing potions.
Nice.
And he's just going to put those in his coat and walk around all
What
happy.
kind of damage does a pistol do in Dungeons and Dragons?
Apparently they're a D10 piercing damage.
Just
plus your
D10.
dex.
That's cool.
So I talked a little off screen with Joey because scions are always weird, and I got a magical tattoo. So I already have some tattoos on my body just from the past, but it's time to start supplementing those again. So you'll get to see what that is later.
Neat.
Mo, what about you?
Well, since I wandered off away from the party. Okay, listen. We have a meeting with the 7. I mean, we are the 7. We have to look presentable. So I just feel like, because right now I'm still in like profaned clothing. So I'm gonna go find a clothes store, like I don't know, maybe like a Victoria's Secret or something.
Yeah, you find a clothes store.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. It doesn't need to be too fancy. I like a little bit of sketch in my store. Is it kind of sketchy coming in here?
Oh yeah, I mean you go to the places you're used to, which
Okay,
are
So it's a Skechers.
it's wow, and you're looking for something to really spice up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in, and the owner of the store is very generous, and I'm gonna walk out of the store 800 gold down, wearing a very impressive yellow cape with a pair of rose tinted glasses.
Oh, that's so perfect for Mo.
Oh boy.
As you're sauntering through the streets,
With a
you're-
little bit of swag now in my
oh
step.
yeah, you're getting some attention. You know, people like, ooh, look at this guy with his cape
His yellow
billowing
cape.
behind him.
Is that going to work for your monk fighting skills?
We'll find out.
And you're drawing so much attention to yourself that someone joins you while you're walking. Young Modus, what are you doing this far north?
I'm literally just gonna stop in my tracks and spin over and look at him. Wait, no, you can't be up here. No, this isn't real. This is just visions all over again, isn't it, Sensei? No, Horace, I'm gonna stop calling you Sensei someday.
Tell me, young Modus, do you enjoy playing the part of puppet?
No, that was my whole previous arc. I got over that. I mean, look, I'm gonna like show him my cape. No, look, I mean, like, this is mine. Check out my glass. What have you been up to, Sensei? Horace, damn it.
I asked first, why are you here?
Oh, I'm going to puff up my chest a little bit. Well, you see, Horace, while you have been being here for some reason that kind of concerns me, I am one of the 7 that's meeting in 3 days. And the rest of my party, thank you very much.
You think you're one of the 7?
Yes.
You, an ignorant child from a backwater village with no real training. You're truly delusional, young Modus.
No, that's not true. Because I just got off of a boat with a psychic on it who told me that my future is ruined. Oh.
And how dare you insinuate that I'm not real? You think I'm fake?
Well, you were faking the swamp.
He nods slowly. Bit of anger in his expression. And then he will sucker punch someone walking by.
Oh.
And the person's hat goes flying off of his head, and he slams back onto his ass, and he looks back up to you and like, dude, what the hell?
That wasn't me. I'm going to start looking around.
Horace is gone.
I'm going to try and help him up.
Yeah, you help him to his feet, and he kind of gently shoves away from you. And
Wait, this is perfect. I'm going to use my what are they called again? Rose tinted glasses. They give me a +5 to try and cheer someone up.
That you just punched.
I didn't punch.
Really, that's actually a useful item.
Yeah.
well, wait
There's
until-
a downside. But anyway, I rolled a 17.
17. He's confused, certainly.
I'm going to help him up and dust him off and pick up his hat and then put it back on his head with like a little bit of a tilt. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think I did that. If I did that, it was on accident, man. I'm new to the city. I'm scared.
Are you scared?
Well, he disappeared.
Just don't do that again, all right?
All right, man, I'm sorry. I gotta go find my party.
He fixes his hat as he walks into the crowd. And Finian, what are you buying?
Well, I found a shop that would make me a pair of leather-framed sunglasses. I've gotten really tired of not being able to see very well in this really harsh sun. That's the first thing. And I also found a shop that would sell me a robe that would fit well over my frame, and it's a cloak of protection. And I also found a ring of resistance to radiant energy,
Perfect.
also
yeah,
known as sunlight.
right. It's a ring of sunscreen.
Yes, sunscreen.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
He probably went to the same store I was in.
and some greater healing potions.
And eventually, after a couple hours of shopping, you all find each other back in the market square. Unless
Hey
you
Mo,
got-
look what I bought.
And in the process, I'm going to need to keep some cure wounds ready to go.
I'm gonna walk up to the group, like, just again with my swagger, just like, yeah, I'm looking good. And I'm gonna see that Finian's also wearing sunglasses. I'm gonna frown.
Well, they're dark sunglasses instead of rose sunglasses, so at least they're different color.
True.
And he's obviously just imitating you. He's jealous of your fancy new fashion. Right?
Finian, man, I was gonna buy all the swag here. Why are you looking so good, man?
I feel like Finian is going to be like an older actor who's leaving, the facial reconstruction center with his sunglasses.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how he looks. He's
almost
like
thought-
Michael Jackson walking around.
I almost thought about getting like a half face shield, to cover. Like, half
I'm
of
gonna
the
walk
face
up and
that's
see
damaged.
Finian. What are those?
Nice sunglasses.
Pretty cool, right? And then
I
check
like
this
the
out.
color.
Watch this. And then my cape is just gonna start flowing in the wind.
What? I wish I bought something on like that.
Oh my
All I
God.
bought were these, and I'll pull out 2 pistols.
Oh, dude, those are dumb.
Oh, they're pretty awesome. My mother never let me have these as a
Are
kid.
those the tube ones you were talking about?
Oh, these are different.
Did you remember to put the safety on this time?
I'll like turn my back. I think they're good now.
Uh-huh.
I'm pulling the trigger. Yeah, it's safety's on now.
Finian, you find Dergus sniffing the air, and he's following his nose into an alleyway.
Adorned in his armor, and I have more potions to load him up with, but I follow him into the alleyway. Dergus, where are you going?
He finds a small briefcase there with a business logo on it, and he nudges it towards you.
I pick up the briefcase and I see if I can open it.
Yeah. Underneath the logo, there is a tagline. It says, "Better materials, better business, Rico's Pawn." It is locked. Do you try to break it or pick the lock?
Oh, I got this.
You're not.
You're not gonna shoot the briefcase.
I always wanted to do this.
Let's go buy you a briefcase and we'll shoot that one.
Deal.
I guess I'll try to pick the lock.
Make a... oh, wait. Do you have lock picks on you? I don't think you can do this without lock picks.
Don't.
Then no.
Huh.
For what it's worth, the briefcase is heavy and it feels like it's tightly packed.
Did anyone pass a pawn shop while they were shopping?
You know, I might have walked past one, but
I mean,
I don't know.
why don't we just go bring it back? They might even give us a reward.
Do you want to know what's inside of it?
Finian!
I mean, I'm curious, yes.
It's really odd to find a briefcase like this thrown into an alley, so...
Unattended luggage, yes. I heard about this.
should we
Regardless of
should we
our-
call the TSA?
Yes.
You're supposed to destroy unattended luggage, not go through
No,
it.
it may be confiscated or destroyed.
Ah, right,
Yeah.
may.
And we're going to confiscate it.
And then destroy it.
Yeah.
You guys, let's not go straight back to Malice, okay? Let's just go return the briefcase.
Or alternate thought, why don't we accept the fact we're all going to Malice and have some fun?
fair.
You know, a voice in my head says yes.
Wait,
I
you're
don't
hearing voices
have
again?
to open the briefcase. I can just scry on it.
If you want to burn a 5th level spell slot to look inside this briefcase,
Well, then no one will know I opened it.
you're absolutely
That's smart.
right.
Do it.
I'm doing it. I'm scrying on the contents of the briefcase.
Good thing he said something because I was just going to burn it.
The inside is dominated by a bag. It's filled with like a fine white grain, maybe salt, maybe cocaine. Though an attached receipt does list it as imported Eastern sea salt, and the buyer apparently paid over 5,000 gold for it.
Wow.
I keep that information to myself.
Yeah.
It's of no great value. We should return it to its owner.
Well, what is it?
Salt.
Okay, let's return that. The sea's full of it. I don't know why they. put
I
it
don't
in a
understand
suitcase.
either why it's in an alleyway. Makes no sense.
Why don't we just go looking for this pawn shop?
Why don't we just go ask somebody where the pawn shop is?
Why don't we go ask somebody where the pawn shop is?
It doesn't take long to find the pawn shop. The door swings open to the smell of dust. Inside is a pawn shop, its walls lined with shelves stocked with all manner of mundane trinkets, alchemical ingredients, and miscellaneous wares. Behind the counter sits a very well-dressed goblin. He looks up from the jewel that he was inspecting.
Welcome to Rico's Pawn. I'm Rico. What can I do for you?
Hello, Rico. My friends and I are visiting this fair city, and we happened upon something rather unusual.
We found your briefcase.
I found a briefcase in an alleyway.
They take my money and then they ditch the delivery. Second time this week. Unbelievable. Give me the briefcase.
I hand the briefcase over to him.
He will take the briefcase.
Apparently, I'm a terrible judge of character. In fact, why did you return this to me to begin with? What do you want?
It had the name of your shop on it.
We just didn't feel it was appropriate to keep something like this if it belonged to somebody in this city. So we returned it to you. Who wouldn't do such a thing?
Community service.
Oh, well, tell that to the people who dropped it in the alley.
Hey, Rico, man.
goodness.
I mean, like, we're not doing anything else for 3 days, so I guess, like, we could deliver it if you want.
He'll narrow his eyes at you.
My only request is if you know how to turn this cape off from moving, they only told me how to make it move, and it's still just flapping.
Knocking stuff off the shelves.
He'll clap 3 times and it'll stop.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay.
Which does mean anytime anyone claps.
I was going to clap 3 times.
Who are we delivering it to, and how long will it take?
It's not far. There's a tavern called the Diligent Protector. You can find the head chef. His name is Gulfrock. He'll pay you handsomely when you arrive. He's been waiting for this delivery for days.
Okay.
All right.
Deal.
Clear on the other side of Yabu's Rise, buried deep in the city's fanciest district, you eventually find the well-built tavern called the Diligent Protector.
The next time you offer our services to a random goblin, could you at least see how far away it is?
Well, I mean, listen, we got 3 days of doing nothing.
My hooves are killing me.
Maybe you should have bought shoes. I'll say it's like, hey, walking.
This is a classic Noodles and Company adventure, delivering messages or goods to a tavern.
A suitcase full of salt.
And we do it because we're heroes, as my cape starts.
Durgus is chuckling in the corner.
All right, well, since it's a tavern, I just hope there'll be ale of some sort.
Hold on, guys. Last time we were delivering something in a tavern. Things went bad.
Why are you looking at me?
Well,
Much better prepared for such encounters now, I think.
if
That's
there
true.
are any swords laying on the ground, don't pick them up.
But what if they look fancy?
It's just cooking condiments. Are we going to be assaulted for it?
Assaulted.
Give him inspiration.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I do not.
Okay, it stays that way.
I'm glad I already burned it because I'm pretty sure I would have just lost it right now.
Come on, let's go.
A bell rings as you enter. The tavern is filled with the scents of exotic foods and the sounds of many chefs at work, but not a single person sits at any of the tables. A burly orc in an apron steps out from the kitchen, wiping flour from his hands.
Sorry, friends. Place is temporarily closed.
Oh, don't worry about that. We're here to give you Rico's salty surprise.
Joey, throw something at him!
Throw inspiration his way. I think that's appropriate.
How many times do I have to tell you people, I will not alter my recipes?
Also, Rico said you were going to pay us?
He begins rolling up his sleeves.
You come into my kitchen, demanding I use your salt for the 3rd time, and you want me to pay for it? That's it. Roll for initiative.
This guy's salty.
Man!
Ooh, I rolled initiative. That's temp HP.
Tana.
18.
Mo.
I got a 19.
JR.
16.
Finian.
17.
And Heen.
22.
Damn. That's a lot of high rolls for initiative.
The orc charges at JR, and with both beefy hands, he attempts to grab you. Make opposed athletics.
Wait.
You don't need to roll yours because yours is a 14 from Linda.
Ooh.
He rolled a 26, however. He picks you off the ground and tosses you 10 feet, and you slam into the front wall for 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, come on.
And then he walks over to the front door and locks it.
Oh, here we go.
Heen.
Look, we don't want any issues. We're just trying to be good noodles. I'm going to ready my action to try and block his way the next time he goes to attack someone.
Mo.
I'm going to look at Heen. No, Heen, check it out. This makes a lot of sense. We brought the salt. He's bringing the battery. And I'm going to run over. And I'm going to try and put him in a headlock. So, opposed athletics? Oh, no.
21.
7.
You can't even quite reach high enough to get him into a headlock.
Well, that sounds like I'm going to have to burn a key point here real quick. I'm going to just get 2 attacks on him. Let's see. That looks like a good...
Mo, your next attack is a 10 from Ricky,
Oh, that's a crit!
which is in fact a crit because of your thing. And roll the other one for me.
That is a nat 1.
Well, Mo, your next missed attack is a 17 from Vic.
Oh, thank you guys. So I got 2 hits right now, and one of them's a crit. Wow. Okay. So we'll do the regular hit first. I'm going to just try and, I guess, punch him in his tummy. He'll take 7 bludgeoning.
Okay, right into the apron.
And then not expecting a crit, so I apologize. With the second hand, when it comes up, it's going to hit him, and he's going to take 7 thunder as I step back looking at my hands, and then I'll look at him. I didn't know I could do that.
Was that a crit? 7 damage? Wow.
I rolled really low.
Tana.
I raise my hand and I'm getting ready to do Firebolt. But as I'm about to do it, the inside of my palm gets really, really itchy for some reason. And it accidentally comes out as a Chaos Bolt.
Well, your next Chaos Bolt is a 3 from Ricky to
Oh.
hit. He wants you to embrace the chaos. I think this is his way of pushing you that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, absolutely. That will miss. Unfortunately, as it misses, it triggers even more chaos because apparently the greater god of chaos wants all the chaos today.
His plan is coming into fruition. Roll a D100 for me.
That's gonna be a 96. That's so high.
I do not like that I'm standing next to this orc right now.
So our patrons just made a bunch of wild surges for your table, but of course you roll one of mine. But it's a big one.
Excuse you.
Now I regret sitting next to her.
As the spell gathers before you, it darkens, expanding so quickly that you flinch away and close your eyes. But when no pain comes, you open your eyes back up. With jarring vertigo, your surroundings have been replaced with nothing. Just empty white space from horizon to horizon, except for that familiar, soundless black bonfire that rages before you. Wordlessly, it asks that you extend your hand.
I will.
Tana, your turn is over. We'll get back to you. For the rest of you,
Don't just leave me hanging!
for the rest of you, you see Tana's body go up in black flames. Though she doesn't seem to be in pain, she's just staring forward blankly.
Well, that's not good.
Guys, what do we do?
Finian,
I'm going to attempt to cast blindness on this oaf.
he makes a con save?
He makes con save.
He fails.
Nice!
6.
He's blind.
That's great. JR?
I'm gonna stand up, dust myself off, pull out a pistol. Be like, you're asking for it. And I'm gonna stick out my tongue to the side, close the
yell,
wrong eye, and point.
Blind, you could just tie him up.
I'm pointing towards his foot.
Zach says your next attack is a 19.
Thank God, because that's range is 40 to 80, so I'd have disadvantage shooting inside.
Thank the god of comedy.
Oh, this is gonna be good. 4 piercing damage. I shoot him in the foot.
You wound his little toe. His little pinky toe. A gauntleted hand bangs on the door, and a guard yells in if everything is all right. And the orc clears his throat and walks over to the door, feeling his way there.
Yeah, just renovating.
After a long, awkwardly quiet moment, he turns back to you guys.
Let's continue this quietly.
Agreed, and I'll just put my gun back in the holster.
Did you put the safety on?
He can't see, so he's going to attack one of you randomly. I'm going to roll to see who's closest to him. It's Heen. Heen, he... first person he walks into, he slams his surprisingly thick skull into yours.
Hey, at least I've been prepared because I readied my action to block it. And a chair, Astral Construct, comes screaming in from the other side and slams into him to take the damage for me.
12 bludgeoning damage.
We're going WWE.
It holds.
Wow.
The chair cracks and breaks, but it reforms quickly afterwards, and I step back.
Okay, Hulk Hogan.
He'll come at you again for another 11 bludgeoning. He smiles, very proud that he connected that time. And Heen, it's your turn.
I said we don't need to finish this violently, but if you'd like to, we can.
He nods.
I'm going to make a chain around his arm, and it's going to attempt to grab him. 17.
His AC is 11. He's wearing an apron.
Okay, nice and easy. The construct latches around him, and I'm going to yank it down onto the ground so he falls down forward. I'm not going to actually have it do any damage. He's just going to fall flat on him, and I'm going to put one foot on him and say, I think I am the victor now. Yes.
We'll see. Mo, it's your turn.
Okay, so you said we're in the front of the restaurant. There's no customers.
Right.
Can I see the kitchen doors, I'm assuming?
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. I am taking off into the kitchen.
Okay, it is filled with chefs who are just cooking. Most don't even realize you're there. They're so focused on their work.
Okay. I'm going to take a perception check
Okay.
to see if I can see. I hope these guys follow is it FDA guidelines?
Yeah.
I really hope they follow them. As I'm looking in the kitchen with my rose-colored glasses, I get a -5 to wisdom
Yeah.
checks. So I rolled an 8.
And you're looking for what? A fire extinguisher?
fire extinguisher.
So you've never been to Yabu's Rise before. You don't know that they actually have fire extinguishers.
Oh.
But you don't know that. So you just find a pot of boiling water.
I'm just gonna look around. Perfect. I'll grab it. I'll look at the guy. I'll be back, and I'm
No,
gonna
wait.
take off running.
My noodles!
And I'm so sorry, but I have stupid movement. So I'm gonna run back and just. Do you want me to do improvised weapon?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna huck this. She's fire resistant.
Fire, not water!
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is a 23 to hit.
You perfectly angle it so the water comes, just pours over Tana, and it has no effect on the fire.
Bet it burns me, though.
Yeah, Tana takes, roll your damage.
Let's see. Okay, she takes 4 boiling water damage. And with that, I'm going to turn and look at the orc on the ground.
She takes 4 sous vide damage.
I'm gonna look at the orc on the ground. Hey, you're a chef. How do we put fire out?
You just threw a giant pot and it clanged against the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll perception for the guard outside. Luckily, the first perception for an enemy is 3 from Zach.
Okay.
Tana, you blink, confused with what you just saw. A black bonfire, white space, whatever it was, it'll have to wait until later. You shake your head and continue walking through the rocky corridor carved into the side of Mount Orem. Quietly, you follow the sound of chanting, drawing you deeper and deeper into the mountain. And before long, the corridor opens up into a large chamber with granite platforms protruding from the magma. Towering over it all is an obsidian statue of Elguth, the fire giant. At his feet stand 10 tiefling in a circle, chanting words you don't understand, some kind of spell. Your mother watches them with an expression that you're very familiar with. Judgment and disdain. Stop! She yells sharply, and they abruptly stop. Then with a scowl, she looks up to where you stand in the wall.
I will shrink against the wall. Does she see me?
She sees you.
Fuck.
You're early! She turns to one of the others. Will it work? He nods in affirmation, and your mother turns back to you. Tana, come here.
I will run in the opposite direction.
Do not make me ask twice!
I will stop running.
Oof.
And I'll slowly turn around and start walking towards her. Hi, Mother. Hi.
And we'll get back to you. Meanwhile...
Wow.
Finian, it's your turn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to investigate what's happening over with Tana because she's in black flames, right?
Yes. Make an Arcana or Medicine check. The information you'll get changes depending on what you choose.
Medicine. 17.
She seems totally fine. Her skin is not being burned by these flames. She seems distracted. She has a 1,000-yard stare. Actually, the person you should be more worried about is yourself, because as you approach her, you take 15 fire damage.
Oof.
I immediately recoil from the pain.
I'm sorry.
JR.
Well, I'm going to pull out my pistol and switch it to the hilt and try and hit him on the back of the head.
Yeah.
You have
he
advantage.
blinded?
He's restrained and on the ground and
Ooh.
blinded.
19 to hit.
Yeah, oh yeah, that certainly hits.
What would be a bludgeoning from a back of a pistol? A D4 or D6?
Yeah, like a D4. Plus your strength.
7.
Not
Bludgeoning.
bad. That's what Mo does. The orc will attempt to break free from your psionic binds, rolling a 23.
Yeah, he breaks it clean in half.
He stands and grabs the closest person to him, still blinded. This will be Mo. Make opposed athletics as he tries to grab your ankle. 27.
What is with this dice? I am way less than that.
He wraps his hand fully around your ankle and swings you around like a club into Heen, rolling an 18 to hit.
Oh, it just gets me.
He deals... what kind of damage die are you, Mo?
I'm a D8.
You're... Okay, he...
Wait, did you just ask what his hit die was?
No.
Is that his
how much damage as a weapon is Mo? He's saying he's a
I
D8.
think a D8's fair.
He will deal, plus his strength, of course, 11 bludgeoning to both of you.
Look out!
And then Mo, he lifts you above his head and spins you around a few times before throwing you down on top of Heen, dealing 5 bludgeoning to both of you, and you both fall prone.
Hey, you said to fight quietly.
He'll freeze when you say that and listen for the guard. And there's nothing. Heen.
I'll look over to the side trying to get my bearings after being bludgeoned a couple times with Mo, and I see Sean sitting at a bar stool, just eating an apple and reading a book, and he stops and he looks at me.
Are you done screwing around?
I'm not trying to kill him, and I'll push Mo off of me and stand up again. Oh, sorry, Mo, I'll help him up as well. Already my action.
Mo, it's your turn.
So you said we're in, like, upscale?
Yeah,
damage
it's
range?
very
So
fancy.
there's most definitely a chandelier.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So he's looking at Heen right now?
Yep.
Well, I think I'm gonna back up a little bit and then take off full speed, jumping off of a table onto the chandelier. I'm gonna drop down and do some Liu Kang bicycle kicks.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Do you want me to make an athletics to see if I'm capable?
Make acrobatics.
Okay. I'm not great at that. Okay, I got a 17.
Yeah, you actually look like you know what you're doing.
All right. Well, that really hurts. I'm a little salty right now.
Am I rubbing salt in the wound?
Wow, so you can do it.
No, I hate myself.
So I'm going to get 4 attacks with advantage because I'm coming down on him. And 4th hits, but no crits. So he's going to take... Wow. He's going to take 26
Wow.
feet damage.
I think most of that's like poison.
Yeah, when was the last time you washed your feet?
26 athlete's foot damage.
Yeah, he's going to get a little bit of necrotic.
Is that contagious?
It is now.
It might be. To do a greater restoration on the guy when we're done with him.
Tana, as you climb down to the main platform, Mardani calls down another corridor. Karzaya, we're ready. Where's the boy? One of the other tiefling grabs you by the arm and yanks you towards the center of the platform, where Mardani scoffs. Jesus. Why is she still conscious? Must I do everything myself? Searing pain completely overwhelms you. And as you see Karzire dragging in that boy.
As I start to lose consciousness, I will, out of sheer desperation, throw a scorching ray at Karzire that's more black than orange, frankly. Do I have any chance of hitting him? Should I even roll?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm already in a place of pure chaos, so we're just going to re-roll all of these.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't... all 3 hit.
The last thing you see as darkness overtakes you is all 3 searing into his skin, and not even his tiefling resistance to fire saving him from the black flames.
And the boy?
He drops the boy, and the boy attempts to scurry off, and your mother steps in and smiles down at you. and then you're unconscious.
That's not nice.
JR.
Ah, man, we're not beating this guy physically, so let's break his spirit. I'm going to run over to his stew he was cooking, stick my finger in it, taste it. Bland, needs salt. Hit him with that emotional damage.
Are you going to dump the whole briefcase in there?
It's the biggest insult you could give a chef. Needs salt.
JR, I need you to make intimidation, but don't roll. Ricky says JR's next charisma is a 10. So what is it with your modifier?
It is a 16.
Nice. Oh my god. What a brutal thing to say. He cracks his back and rubs at the bruise that you gave him in his heart.
Oof.
Not the shot off toe.
No, he's fine with only 9. But then he sighs and smiles as the blindness goes away.
Oh, I really needed that. I've been working my fingers to the bone recently. That just goes to show how important healthy outlets are. Alright, hand over your salt. Let's see what you have.
I grabbed the briefcase of salt, which is probably sitting on the ground now because I was burned.
Yep. Yeah, at this point, Tana, you're beginning to come to and realize that you're here and not.
I am?
Yeah.
I am?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
You're
Wait.
okay.
But what about the boy? Is he okay?
I'm fine.
The orc opens the briefcase and tears a little hole in the bag to taste the salt. And he hesitates.
Are you aware that this is poison?
And that's where we'll continue next week.
Jesus.
Thank you all for listening to our podcast, and a special thanks to our greater deities, Ricky, who wrote the character of Rico, Linda, and the Diligent Protector, our deities, Zach, who wrote Gothrock, the orc, Vic, Melpomene, Alley Cat, and PM, our Celestials, Ironjaw, Little Lib, David Green, Virgil McClurkin, and Chris Kremkow, our heroes, Ride Andre, Chris Mitowski, and Hollymack, and all of our adventurers. If you want to affect the story like they do every week, come roll with us on Patreon. That's all I have for today. See you next week.
See you next week, guys.
Bye, guys.
Things
So,
ahead.
so how are we going to get rid of the stupid sword?
Don't worry about the sword.
Yeah.
I think
Let me worry about the sword.
No.
It keeps me up at night worrying about that sword.
keeps me up at night, too.
I don't even know we have it back.
So, are you buying anything?
I want to get a gun. No. Hear me out. If I make it my pack weapon, I can turn it into any gun.